What is going on? It is Trucker from Nothing here, and you're actually gonna get two videos this week. Yeah, that's a surprise. I know. Normally I barely put out any videos. We had a great night tonight. Me, driver lineup, and I'm trying to think of the other guys. I feel bad for not remembering their channel names. Um, but we had a great night tonight. I believe one of them is No Hippies Trucking. And I think the other one, I really can't remember his name. He was a very nice guy. His name is Ross. He's a trainer with Prime. Very nice guy. Driver lineup. Another great guy, and his now fiance, Jenna on the run. You'll see both of them on the driver lineup channel. And a bunch of other great guys from the driver lineup Discord. There was probably about 10 of us that showed up. We all had dinner over at the Oasis Inn. A lot of fun, a lot of laughs had. We did have some newer drivers with us. One of their channels is Jeffro, is one of the new drivers just coming on. He's starting orientation this week of 1921, and the other one, I don't think he has a YouTube channel, so sadly he won't be getting a shout out today. Not that my shout outs really mean anything, anyways. Um, we had a great night. The food was great. It was a very fun time. We hung out for probably about 3 hours, just talking, asking. People. The newer guys were asking questions to people like me who were just starting to upgrade, as well as the other guys who have been trucking for a long time. So it was a really great time. So I just wanted to give an update on that. But the real reason why you're getting a video today is I wanted to give you guys an update on my truck. As you can tell, I'm not in the truck. I sent it through the inspection process last night, and there was a problem with the air hoses. They dealt with everything else that I put down. It needed to have some of its batteries replaced. The truck was dead when I got there, so I figured I'd have the batteries checked, and it was like 2 or 3 of them were not good. So they replaced them. Trying to think of what else they did. My brakes that were real touchy are still really touchy. I think I'm just gonna deal with it. I'll let them wear in or whatever. It's not really a big deal. It's just you need to be careful when you're using them. I mean, it's nice not to have to push the brakes that hard. So the glad hands. So my airlines, if you've been trucking for a while or if you're getting into trucking, there's two airlines that come off the back of your truck that you hook into your trailer. One of them is blue and one of them is red. They're color coded. One's a service line and one is a signal line. Your red one is a signal line and your blue one is a service line. The service line provides air to the airbags, as well as I can't think of the thing right now. But anyways, on the blue one, mine had a little dimple that came off. So it was like this, and then had a little dimple on the top here that came off. And my red one was flat. Well, if you look at any tractor trailer truck, the red one will have a dimple, and the blue one will not. So there was a problem there. So when I was doing my inspection, I'm sorry, the AC just kicked on in the room. When I was doing my inspection, part of it was hooking up to a trailer. I wanted to make sure that the fifth wheel worked, it locked in, would unlock, and that my airbags would drop so I could drop trailers off easily. While I was there, I hooked up my pigtail, my air, I made sure all that worked. Well, when I went to put the blue side in, there's a dimple on the blue side of the trailer. So because there was two dimples, they're not locking in. And so the first one, and I might have gone over this, the first one it wouldn't lock in. I tried on the second one, it still wouldn't lock in. The red side, since it doesn't have a dimple, can go in on either side. So today, I told the repair shop about that my air hoses, it looked like somebody had put the wrong side on, or they moved the little guard part that's colored to the wrong side or something. Like I didn't know what happened. So basically he laughed at me and told me I was wrong and that there's no way that can happen, and that it's the glad hand is all a single piece and that it threads onto your cable, your hose, and that they replaced them that way. They unscrewed the whole thing so they don't swap guards or anything like that. And I said, okay, well, it doesn't latch on. Like, can you just have somebody look at it? Like, that's all I cared about, because if a mechanic got to it and said, oh, it latches on just fine, then it was something I was doing, right? So somebody's messaging me from the Discord from the party. So I say basically laughed at me and told me I was wrong, that it was my fault and that I was doing something wrong. So I thought, okay, whatever, maybe I am doing something wrong. But I figured it was in my inspection thing, so they're gonna look at it, right? He did not have anybody look at it. So I got out to my truck today, I looked at my air hoses, and they didn't line up. You still can hook up to a trailer. There was still a dimple on the blue side. While this is going on, my trainer's actually in the area. He's taking vacation, so he was in the area. So I messaged him and asked him to come take a look. And funny story, by the way, when they tell you where your truck is, do not believe them. I'm sure they tried their best. Go to your Prime mobile app and go to Fuel and Services and zoom in, turn your satellite view on and zoom in and locate your truck that way. It is so much easier. I walked around in the parking lot. It must have been for like an hour looking for this truck. And they told me where it was. I called in to my fleet manager, who actually didn't answer, the dispatch did. They told me where it was. The fleet manager guy, I think, just kind of described it poorly to me, but the first guy at the tractor shop gave me the complete wrong parking lot. Like, I was easily like at least like a 10-15 minute walk away from even being able to visually see it. So definitely use your app, go to Fuel and Services. Somebody else told me about that on the Driver Lineup Discord, and I'll post a link to the Discord in the description for you guys, for anybody who's interested in becoming driver for Prime. Now, you can join this Discord if you're not a driver for Prime, but keep in mind that basically everybody in there drives for Prime. So anyways, so I go out there, it doesn't work. My trainer's in the area, I call him, and I ask him what he's up to, and I ask him if he can come down and take a look at this, because I wanted to make sure if I was going to bring this truck back in, that I wasn't going to like get told that I'm stupid again. So he comes down, we bring it over to a trailer. It definitely doesn't hook in. Like, it's not just me. It's definitely not designed that way. And then we looked at his truck, and his truck, once again, did not have a dimple on the blue side, but did on the red side. And we looked at a few other trucks that were sitting on the lease lot, and they were all the same way as his. So my truck was off. So I bring it back in, and I dropped it off at them. I explained it. The guy who I explained it to this morning at around noon completely understood, looked at it, and immediately knew that those air hoses were wrong, that there was something wrong with them, and he's replacing both of the glad hands. So that's all set now. I also went and I didn't get my license plate yesterday because I didn't think about it, and I realized that I don't have a way to put on the license plate, so I went and I got my license plate, and they're supposed to have put that on for me. I haven't actually gone back down to look at my truck because I dropped off the truck. I went back to my hotel room, and then like 30 minutes later was the party at the Oasis, and I've just been there ever since. So that's where we're at. So hopefully my truck is all set. In the morning tomorrow, I'm hoping to be able to go down there, start it, run to Walmart, get a fridge, a microwave, and then I'll be good for a load. I mean, I'm gonna have to come back to inbound outbound to actually get a load, but I don't want to get one before I try to get the fridge, because if knowing my luck, I'll buy a fridge that's too big, it doesn't fit in there, or a microwave that's too big, then I'll have to return it, and then it just a whole big hassle. And plus, when I get my load, I'm hoping that it's a pickup from like a take it from Springfield, I can not pick up somewhere else, because I want to get my truck washed too. It's not like super dirty, but it's been sitting there for a little while. You are gonna get treated to a video tomorrow. That's not gonna have a lot of commentary on it. I'm going to film the inside and outside of my truck to mark all the damages down that I already put down in the inspection report. And anybody who's going to go lease, I recommend doing this, just because, that small little scratch that you may not have seen or may not have marked down, well, if you've got video of it and it's uploaded to YouTube and you can show the date that it was uploaded, that'll give you a small amount of a safety net at the end of your lease. So I recommend that to everybody. Some people take pictures. Pictures can work too, but you may miss like a certain angle, whereas if you video the whole thing and every little part, at least a little bit, you'll get frames. You get frames, just basically a picture. I mean, you'll get frames of each of those individual things. That's just something I'd recommend to do. It's what I'm going to do. So you're going to get that video tomorrow, and I'm going to detail over basically all the scratches and all the things on the outside of my truck. The inside of my truck is very, very clean. It was not a smoker truck or anything. I am missing the guy before me did have satellite TV installed though, so there is like a cord that comes out the bottom under my bunk and stuff. But you're not going to get like a huge in-depth video or anything like that. If anybody wants to, watch me walk around my truck and tell you where the scratches are, I mean, I guess, because if you're into that, sure. But anyways, like I said, if you want to join that Discord, you want to talk to me, driver lineup, Jeffro, and Crazy Bags is actually in there. He used to be a driver for Prime. He's not as active as the other guys, but me, driver lineup, and Jeffro are basically on there every day. If you want to talk to any of us about the process, Jeffro is just starting the process, so if you're thinking about coming, now would be a great time to talk to him while he's going through it. Driver lineup's a lease driver. He's been here, I think, 2 years, and I'm just took my lease, like I said yesterday. So if you have any problems, if you have any questions about the leasing process itself, you could ask me. That is all I have for today. And one other thing that I want to talk about is actually we'll leave that for tomorrow's video. That's all I got for today. I hope you all join us on the Discord, and I hope you all have a great night.